Well, good morning. And if you're watching this on YouTube, we have a really special highlight this morning. Tom from over in Pensacola, Florida. Tom, you have been teaching some of our military pilots to fly a really long time. Tell us about your career you had both in the Navy and then as a contractor for the Navy.
Well, I started out with a 50-year plan, Todd. That was a bad idea. At 17, I joined the Navy and worked my way up to be an officer from the enlisted side and got to fly, which was my dream of dreams that I wanted to do. Got to do the fly to C-130 and a lot of flight training here at Whiting Field, and wound up my career as an instructor here. And they offered me a job after I retired from the Navy working for the Navy as a contractor doing the simulator instruction over at Whiting Field, and got to be their subject matter expert there because I'm a real nerd and like to read. So I spent 29 years doing that. So a total of 50 years. I joined the Navy June the 9th, 1975, and I retired from the Navy June the 9th this year, 2025, 50 years later. And God brought this business to me because someone cared about me enough, more than I did myself sometimes, and got me interested in the products. The products changed my life, and this is what I want to do. And
Tom,
I tell everybody, if you can do the 50-year plan or you can do the 5-year plan.
so Tom, you by nature, you're a very analytical person. Dot every I, cross every T, as we want all of our pilots to do. We flew yesterday. I was thinking, I hope my pilot was trained by Tom, and but because of that, you always approach things from a skeptical standpoint. Talk to us about some of the transformations that occurred for you on our products, which ones they were, and what kind of got your attention here.
Well, Gracie Turner gets all the credit for this because I was overweight and I have neuropathy, which affected my feet and the nerves in my feet. And she kept on me and just dripping with love and got us to go to a group meeting about health and said, "What do you want for health?" And I said, "I'd like to lose 30 pounds." So we started the products MOA and we started the slenderized drops primarily. And I'll be honest, I was pretty skeptical. I didn't want to do it, but my viewpoint was, okay, look, you've been dripping on me forever. I'll give you 2 months with your products, and then you got to leave me alone. That was the deal. But I was going to give it a good shake, and so I did exactly what they told me to do. I took the drops the way they're supposed to be taken. I ate the food list. I drank the water, and I gave it a good shake. And in 2 months, I'd lost 30 pounds. And so I'm like, okay, well, this has got my attention. And so that was the slenderized part of the MOA. What the MOA did, it took a little longer, but about 2 months through into the MOA. So I tell everybody, you got to stick with this a little bit. But it's caused the inflammation in my legs and ankles and feet to go down to the point that they didn't throb and hurt from the neuropathy all the time. Neuropathy, it doesn't cure it, but all those nerve endings get impinged on by the pressure in your feet that is caused by swelling and inflammation. So I found that where it was hard to even walk across my driveway barefooted, much less walk for exercise, I was able to start walking again and up to 4.5 miles now. But the thing is, I looked down one morning after about 2 months and saw my ankles and toes again. I mean, that was an eye opener for me. You go down to put your socks on, I'm like, hey, I've got joints on these toes. Isn't that something? So it was a big change for me, and that's what kind of hooked me into the business. If this can do this for me, good Lord, I can help some other people.
So now that you're retired, you're actually putting a pretty full-time effort into this. For the other, you know, high caliber analytical men in the world, like what has drawn you into this? Why are you working it hard now from a business standpoint?
The profitability is amazing. The income that you can obtain here is just really unlimited. It's up to you and how much time and effort you want to put into this. So I believe that it is a pipeline thing, like Tim Sales says. You got to put people in front of this business to see this opportunity, and some will and some won't. But if you can be consistent and persistent, like Ken Bailey says, you're gonna hit pay dirt. If you just keep going, it's gonna happen, and you're going to help people along the way. And it's not just for the money's sake, Todd. We talked a little bit on before the meeting this morning about what money can do for more than just you. there's a lot of wonderful opportunities out there to really help people and with their health and their wealth. What an opportunity.
Awesome, Tom. Thank you so much.
Thank you.